suppose it comes back to another issue I have. Or I recall, I think it was Robert Montague who has repeatedly suggested that we should make it easier for Jamaicans to have access to firearms. Are you insane? Even with all the issues that they have in the United States, can you imagine a nation such as Jamaica with easy access to firearms?
I don't think this. I don't think there's a disadvantage to it.
Oh,
Siobhan.
I think there is. We seem to have a problem in terms of impulse control in general. I don't think this is a country that can support easy access to legal firearms. I think that would be fuel to a very, very, very dangerous fire.
I do take issue with that comment because I don't think the impulse control is something we can say in a general sense for those who enough of a
general sense when I see situations where a man who is a licensed firearm holder carrying that around in a situation where he's intoxicated and then just assaulting a woman for the basic issue of a bump in the back of his vehicle.
That's a different thing. His behavior in that moment is a whole different conversation and speaks to his own character. I don't think that speaks to the general conversation about licensed firearm holders and overall generally how we'd look at allowing persons to bear arms in Jamaica, which is a different conversation, which I think has a lot of
I think the
a lot of background drivers.
I think the temperament of a people is the ultimate conversation when we're discussing something as significant of giving the ability for anyone in a country to essentially be able to take a life on a whim.
You know, Siobhan, I disagree. I disagree on the premise that you're using this situation to now push this argument, but it's totally different. I think this man's behavior, whether or not he was intoxicated, distasteful and disgraceful though it is, speaks in no way to the general temperament of the society and
it's not the single line on a graph. It is another point on a graph that shows that there is a trend of callousness, immorality, lack of impulse control that runs deep in Jamaican society.
Well, what are the numbers?
What are the numbers?
What are the numbers? Out of 3 million, what are the numbers? That's the question.
I don't know. One of the worst crime rates in the English-speaking Caribbean?
Yes, performed by those who are illegal gun holders.
No, but you asked what are the numbers.
Yeah, but
that is a representative sample of the population.
That's not a good enough sample because most of these crimes are committed, if not all, by those who have illegal firearms. We literally know that is the issue. The point I'm making is, and I've heard in many situations where, well, we've seen it on camera. I've grown up knowing this, where legal firearm holders have stepped in many times to save the day. We even had,
many instances of legal firearm holders using those firearms in a way that would not merit them having it.
No, I disagree. There is a system in place that this is, and unlike the US and other places where you can just go and purchase. No, we literally have a system in place. Whether or not the system is as effective as we'd want it to be.
I find it ironic though that in a situation where you have numerous school shootings in the United States and there's this call for greater restrictions on firearms in the United States, that we feel that we should now go in that direction in Jamaica, where we already have a significant gun problem and
we have a significant
problem
illegal gun problem. We have a
call it illegal or not, but my point is, we have a significant problem in terms of crime and violence, and a problem with gun violence specifically. And you would feel that the solution to that is to increase the number of guns in the society.
Illegal gun problem. Yeah, I think I agree with you on one point. I agree with you that there needs to be that look at our impulse control or anger and all of that. That's fine. Yeah, that's more psychological and psychosocial behavior, and that's fine. But when it comes on to guns, you're talking about illegal gun control. We're not talking about legal firearm holders. We literally have cases that we've seen even last
and you
year.
have many cases that prove the
Where
opposite.
many cases? No, we don't have many cases. We don't have many cases.
But
That's
you
what I'm
can't give
saying.
me any numbers. You just said, you just give
Okay,
me an anecdote.
I can search.
You just give me an anecdote.
I can
say,
search.
One or two
no,
people
I can search.
did intervene and save somebody
No,
with
I
a
can
legal
search.
firearm.
No,
So
I can
give you
search.
an anecdote to say, I can search and find there are multiple instances where people use legal firearms to do otherwise. So I don't know if you even searching and finding one or two issues. I could do the opposite, Sadre, sorry. I could do the opposite as well.